Hello, it's the Randy Duck and welcome back for another video, and today we have 3 replays to show you in the Tier 8 German tech tree tank destroyer, the Jagdpanther II. Now if you want to see the equipment and crew setup, I am running in this tank. You can see that at the bottom of the screen as I speak. Now the first replay we have for you today is on Lakeville, where it is a Tier 8 matchmaking and there's no enemy artillery in the game and only one enemy light tank. So initially we go to a pretty standard position for a tank destroyer in this map, and we get, thankfully our light tanks do a good job at spotting for us, and we pick up some damage on this enemy heavy tank crossing. We managed to get another shot in there with this 490 Alpha gun this tank has, off to a really good start. This is a tank, I love the Jagdpanther II, by the way. I think I'm in the process of gold marking the tank just because I fancied it. I really enjoy playing the game. It has some decent armour, it has decent concealment, and the biggest thing with this tank is just this fantastic gun, and it really hits hard, and you're able to pick up a lot of damage for a Tier 8 in a short space of time. You see there shutting down that Panzerjäger, picking up our first kill of the game and our third penetration. Now the first replay we have for you today is a bit more of a waffle stomp, but we have 2 replays following, and it's it gives you a good balance. I think this one's Tier 8, but we also have a bottom tier game, and then we have our final replay of today where we have a really good game, and it's worth staying around for. So as you can see with our team pushing down the town there, they've kind of told me that there's nothing in the town, and there's only one thing really for me to do. I've got 2 things now. I either turn around to defend the base, or I keep pushing. And with the fact that we've won that side of the map on the right hand side, it gives me so much freedom now, and the enemy team are probably going to be trapped in a really awkward situation because they have not won the 1-2 line. They're still fighting there, and we're about to come behind and trap them in place, and that stage usually it all ends one way because the enemy have really nowhere to go, and they're fighting at 2 different flanks. So we're going to try and get a nice shot into that enemy tank destroyer, bouncing one in return and putting them onto a one shot there. I was just keeping an eye on this light tank because this is a tank which is going to have the sort of wide angle on me, which is a little bit awkward, but as you can see he's getting shot by that light tank who's pushed up close. That's keeping him distracted. I'm going to try and get a shot into this ISU. Don't really want to eat a shot off the ISU, but I do want to take care of him as fast as I can because I'm just trying to get as much damage as quickly as I can right now, and there's only 7 enemy tanks remaining, so they are still fairly healthy here. We're going to try and pick up a nice shot there, this AMBT, which we do, putting us on to, 3,300 damage now with 600 blocked and 70 assistance, which is not really going to go a long way. But we do again manage to pick up our second kill of the game, putting us on to 4,000 damage with 6 tanks remaining. As you can see, it doesn't really take long if you're in the right situations to pick up damage in this tank, because we do bounce one enemy. It's actually a Tier 9 matchmaking. Sorry, it isn't bottom tier, it's Tier 9. But the baby Batchat comes behind us and he's got tracked out in the open, and we managed to put 2 shots into him, putting us on to just over 4,500 damage now, and only 5 tanks remaining. It's definitely going to be a win. I've got no intention of capping out here. I just want to try and get in and pick up the damage as where I possibly can. At this stage I can afford to start eating some damage now if I need to, but we get a lovely shot which actually sets that K on fire, bring this to sort of 5,400 damage. Unfortunately I fluffed a kill shot there, and he puts a shot into our lower plate, but we're going to move in and see if we get a last shot into this last remaining tank, which we do. This brings us to almost 6,000 damage. Will we get an opportunity to finish him off to bring us above the 6k mark? Hopefully, and we do exactly that. And that brings us then to replay number 1. As I say, bit of a waffle stomp the first replay, but we've got some different replays for a bit of balance. But this first one, 4 kills, 6,200 damage, 1,700 blocked, picking up the ace tanker there and the high caliber. So that's it for replay number 1, but let's move on to replay number 2. Okay then, so here we are for replay number 2. Now this time we are on Sand River, where there is 1 enemy light tank and no enemy artillery in the game, but it is Tier 10 matchmaking, so we are bottom tier for this one. Now initially from this spawn I like to try and play the ramp in the middle to see if we can get any early cross damage in. One thing to note is, I've probably said it in previous videos, I don't like to play the opposite side of this ramp if I have the other spawn, because it's not as good as it used to be. It used to be good, but now it's not ideal. The team gets across too early in the dunes and the right, and they can get shots into you. But so far so good, because this enemy heavy tank is across this VZ, and he's put himself right in the open and has allowed me to get shots in. And he's sitting there spotted, and we've now just put 2 shots into him, picking up 1,000 damage early. And we may even get a chance to squeeze in a final shot. Would love to track him in place, I don't, but we do pick up a 3rd shot into the tank, which is good. Now the premium rounds on this tank has 311 APCR rounds. With a decent, 1,150 shell velocity, so they're really good rounds with this 490 alpha. You can, even when you're bottom tier in this tank, because you've got that 490 alpha and a really decent gun, you can just still punish tanks. It really feels like you're hitting them quite hard when you connect with those shots. So we're going to see if we can get a shot into this enemy tank in the top of the dunes, because he was putting shots into us. We do eat one from that tank. Now that is a tank that's kind of a problem, because obviously I don't have a turret. This is a turretless tank destroyer, and he kind of exposed us quite a lot at this weird angle. So I really want this tank to go. We do manage to squeeze in the shot, which actually damages his ammo rack, and he gets pushed by our friendly bat tank destroyer and takes out. So I no longer have to worry about that angle, which is nice. We now then connect another shot into this enemy VZ. It gets taken out, and we might get an opportunity to squeeze one into this dragon if we're lucky. Looking for a shot, but I think he's just got behind cover. So we're going to squeeze a shot into this VK instead if we're lucky. Going to look for a nice shot into this tank, which we do. Putting us on to 3,000 damage now, and it's still a close game though. At 13 versus 13, still anything can happen. We're going to see if we can squeeze in another shot to this VK, but we do only have slim shots. But we do squeeze in the pixel shot though, bring this to 3,400, putting him onto a 2-shot to us. I'm trying to help my team where I can and get these shots in. I don't want to overextend myself on this ridge at the moment though, because like I say, I'm quite a big target, but it does have decent concealment, so this range at this moment nothing can really spot us. And then we squeeze in the final pixel shot to kill the VK, picking up our first kill, putting us to 4,000 damage. Now quite a lot of enemy tanks are pushing into the river ground there. You see this sort of very healthy tier 9 heavy tank. We put one in. I'm hoping to try and squeeze in another one to help out our tank. Need to wait for the shot. I should be able to squeeze it in, and I do put them onto a 1-shot. But a lot of these top tier heavy tanks are pushing down this riverbed, and I'm starting to think I might need to relocate out of this location because I don't want to stick around for the brawl, if I'm honest. I'm going to see if I can try and get 1 shot in though, because I see this 57 heavy. I would like to put him onto a 1-shot. So I try and squeeze in a shot, but it bounces, and then I spot a full health AVRE. Now that is not the tank for us to be fighting in a brawl, because it will just 1-shot us. We won't stand any chance at fighting against that tank at close range. So we're just going to escape and run, and I hope I don't get spotted leaving, and see if we can kill that tank out in the north to give us a bit of leeway somewhere to move, because it's kind of an awkward situation, right? It's still a close game, and I can't fight that AVRE where he is. It's just not going to be, it wouldn't end well for me, and it's a very good chance of me losing. Problem I've got, I can't really kill this tank on the left, because you've got this 60 TP on the right hand side in the sort of bowl on the right. Now this is a real awkward situation, and at this point, what I probably shouldn't do this. I tried to see if I could sneak a shot in, but never really going to happen. So it was kind of a mistake getting spotted. I think I'll be best off trying to be a little bit patient there. But I just spotted the light tank has killed the enemy AVRE, which is good. You're very lucky that we bounced a shot off of that tank up in the north, and now we have won the river ground. That does now give me more freedom to play up on this ridge, thankfully, and we're going to try and move in now to see if we can get any more shots. Maybe come behind this 60p and try and get a shot in when he's not expecting us, and try and see if we can get those optimistic shots in when he's not looking. We have a friendly light tank coming in to help, and if that light tank goes in on the 60 TP, he's going to distract him, and then we might be able to get some shots in. I was thinking there was an enemy tank destroyer, an enemy E4 up in the high ground in sort of the 890, so I'm very conscious of that tank destroyer, because I would be well, that'll be a high roll, but I could get taken out by him. But that E4 has just been spotted, and he doesn't have shots at us right now, so we're going to squeeze a shot into that 60 TP, putting him onto a one shot and then backing down. But you can see that enemy tank destroyer didn't have the shot at us. So I'm going to try and move in 6 versus 4. Still a close game, but it's in our favour at the moment. And we're having a decent game. We've got 5,200 damage. You know, it's tier 10. We're bottom tier, so we're having a decent game, you know, all things considered. Enemy Manticore is running. It looks very much like he's going to come across my gun path, so I'm going to stay, be patient. Hopefully crosses in front of us and we might be able to pick up our second kill, because this backchat's going to spot him. He does in fact do that, and we do pick up the kill, which goes pretty well. Enemy proc here, Proto in the high ground. We're looking to try and get a shot into this tank. It's 2 shots to us. We can afford to eat shots off this tank if we need to. We put one into him, puts him onto a one shot. He may end up getting one more into us right now, which he does. Lucky he didn't high roll because he left us on 45 hit points there. But now there is only one tank. I mean, I didn't really mind losing that shot to that Proto there, because I would have been a one shot to the E4 tank destroyer regardless at that point. So it really makes no difference if I'm on 600 damage hit points or 45 hit points. I'm still a one shot. I'm moving in and just really hoping I can pick up one last shot to try and get the 6th kill, but I don't think it's going to happen because I think that backchat is probably going to take him out. To be fair, he could probably eat a shot, but I mean, I guess I don't know how many hit points, how many rounds that backchat has left in this chamber. I'm just moving in, just hoping more than anything to try and catch this E4 out before the backchat kills him. So we're going around this corner, we do spot him, and we just squeeze in that kill shot just at the right time. That is why one of the things I like to use run and gun on this tank, so it just helps with the accuracy when you're moving like that. And we do have a decent game, you know, 3 kills, 6,200 damage, 400 assistance, high caliber, ace tanker, and again that was a bottom tier replay. But one more final replay to come, so let's move on. Okay, so here we are for the final replay. This time we are top tier and we are on Great Wall. I think there's 2 enemy light tanks in the game this time, but again, no enemy artillery. Initially we're going to push up to, you know, this sort of right hand centre ground to see if we can get any shots and just try and work out, you know, where the enemy team are before anything. But I can see a lot of our team have pushed the other side down the 1-2 line, which is not a bad place to push, but judging on that information, I think I'm actually going to try and move into the middle ground very quickly, because you can potentially get shots into sort of the B5 area from there and put the enemy team in an awkward situation. But I want to cross here sooner than later, because crossing late is going to give me more chance of getting spotted, because the enemy team are going to be in position, and then I may lose hit points crossing, which is obviously very risky and I don't want that to happen. But we do manage to get across before the light tank crosses, and you can see the majority of our team are fighting down this flank. So I want to push in and put tanks like this Lycan and that medium tank there in a real awkward situation. Now we do get penned, I think, by the SCA2 who's putting heat through our superstructure, but I'm also getting shot in from behind, so I have to move in here. I'm really just trying to kill this tank as quickly as I can. Like I say, the SCA2 is kind of reliably penning us here. He is a 2-shot. We have at least killed the enemy Lycan, but now that SCA gets shot, he puts him onto a 1-shot to us, and I'm hoping to squeeze in the shot. He does finally bounce a shot. Unfortunately, I miss ours, but that SCA2 is in all sorts of bother here, and I'm hoping to just squeeze that kill in. And now that is an important kill to do, because it now, you know, frees up and allows us to move in a little bit further. Going to try and squeeze in a shot into his KV3's cupola there. It does bounce. We have lost a few hit points. We are on 630 hit points, but you know, we lost those hit points killing, you know, winning a position. So it wasn't the the end of the world. We won that quite comfortably. And I do want to kill these tanks as fast as I can, on the basis that it looks like we're losing the other side, and I may well have to go back to defend our base. So I want to try and get as much damage in here as quickly as possible, because there's about 4 tanks at least making their way across to our cap circle there. Got a nice shot into that enemy heavy tank, putting him onto 1-shot to us, putting us into 2 kills, 2,500 damage. So having a okay start, but we have lost a few hit points to get that damage. But we are winning. We've got a 3 tank advantage. We'll try and finish off the kill shot here. Should be able to do so, picking up our 3rd kill. But now I'm considering turning back because the enemy tanks are going to make the way for the base. You see I'm pinging there. I really want to catch them before they cross, because that way I can farm the tanks as they cross in the open to make their way to the base, and that's really the ideal scenario for us. But an enemy medium tank gets spotted in the middle, looking to try and get a shot into that tank. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get an opportunity to. I'm just waiting to see if a shot was available, but that's not going to be possible. So I do need to get back. Like, we're winning this game 12 versus 8, but if I don't get back, we run the risk of getting capped out here. So I don't want to take that gamble. I want to try and get in. And we have a light tank spotting for us as well, which is always going to be very, very helpful. So these tanks haven't crossed, and that's good, because now if they cross, they're going to have to eat big damage. And they do cross in the open here, and we squeeze in a shot, putting that tank onto a 1-shot there, picking up a bit of track assistance and putting us onto 3,000 damage with 3 kills. Looking to try and squeeze in the shot there. I think the tank with us is firing HE, which is probably not ideal, but we do then pick up the kill there, confirming our 4th kill of the game. And we're in a good position at the moment. It's looking... Right now it's looking very strong, but this game probably comes closer than it really needed to be. But you can see that it's starting to shift a little bit here. It's like 8 versus 6 now 8 versus 7, and suddenly we've gone from a very comfortable position into a more challenging position. But it is good in the sense that there's lots of damage available for me. Get a lovely shot into that medium crossing there, putting us onto just shy of 4,000 damage. I really don't want to eat any more shots if I don't have to, because I may well need to trade them later. We're now back to a 6 versus 6 even game, and like I say, the enemy team have done a good job at bringing this back. Now an enemy medium tank is going to get underneath us, which is not ideal because it means he could potentially proxy spot us, which is, well, he just spotted us, and that means we can get shot by the tanks covering. Panther 88 overextends himself though to try and get a shot into us. We managed to squeeze one in, bringing us to 4,000 damage now. And there's a lot of hit points still remaining in this game. So it's all got potential for a big one, but we are starting to lose this. Now you can see I keep swapping that small mini-map, kind of because I wanted to know exactly if something's coming behind us. And that is what's happening. You can see this tank destroyer is behind us. Now this is really not ideal for me because I'm getting pushed by tanks in the front. I don't have a turret, as you say, so I can't keep reversing, so turning to fight 2 tanks. We do manage to shut down that 1 TD. I'm now turning for the tank to come behind us because I want to try and take out this tank as fast as I can. I don't want to have to fight multiple angles. Unfortunately, the train catches me out there. Do manage to kill the 1 tank, but I'm still got 2 tanks, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm dead right now. Surely this is not going to go well. We do put 1 shot there into the medium, which puts him onto a 1-shot, trying to catch the hit points of the tanks behind. Really need to kill a tank here. We do kill that Bellerophon. Can I turn around in time? He misses his shot. It's enemy Leo. He's on a 2-shot to a steal. We managed to bounce another shot, put 1 in, trying to angle. The Leo really should just come around our side here and he would take us out, but he hasn't done so. And now we're in a scenario where we might even be able to survive this. And we're on 7 kills, just what, 6,600 damage. And it's a 3 versus 3. Very, very close game. I'm so surprised I didn't get taken out there. Thankfully, we hit on penned all our shots. And that Bellerophon, if we didn't pen 1 shot, we're definitely dead. We just killed him just in the right time to allow us to turn around. Enemy Leo gets shut down by our friendly Tiger 2. Puts us onto a 3 versus 2 here. Like I said, I'm on 7 kills. I'd love to try and get the Radleys if I can, even a 9th kill. Looking to see if we can get a shot into this Panther there. We don't roll quite high enough to kill him, but he does get put onto a 1-shot and brings us on 7,000 damage with 7 kills in a tier 8 tank. So we've had a fantastic game in this tank. We really don't want it to end there. We want to make sure we pick up the win. My plan is to just go and take out this enemy Panther at this stage, but and then just deal with this tank, and then we can deal with the last tank remaining. So I don't really know where the other tank is, but it is an auto loader, and he gets spotted. And he's very, very healthy. Now this isn't actually great now, because now I'm in a situation where that Panther's playing very cagey, which he would do because he's on a one-shot, and he could potentially lean over and shoot us in the rear. I'm trying to cover my heavy tank. I really want our 60 TP to back up. Unfortunately, he doesn't. And now I can't stay where I am. This is really not good because I'm going to be able to get shot by the heavy tank behind me and this Panther. So I'm trying to just hug these rocks so that tank behind us can't shoot us. Unfortunately, squeezes this one in, puts us onto a one-shot. We do manage to get safe though now. And that Panther pokes to try and get the finishing kill, and we shut him down, picking up our 8th kill, getting the Radleys, and still in a 2 versus 1, but I am a one-shot here. I want to try and lose my spot at this stage and see if we can go back and kill this last tank remaining, and see if we can, try and get an angle to pick up the kill on this tank. I don't know how many hit points he has. I haven't seen that. I'm guessing he's still probably at least a 2-shot to us is my guess at this stage, but I'm not sure. I'd love to pick up the 9th kill though. I'm going to play this safe though because I am only on 115 hit points, and I'm going to go the long way round to try and catch him out rather than risk sort of dying by pushing in, trying to be too greedy. So I think it was wise. It's been a lot of hard work this match, and if I threw it just by being impatient, it's not worth it. As much as I want the 9th kill, it's better to play a little bit safer. So we do have a friendly Tiger 2 with us, and he's going to keep that area lit. Now he does spot him, and it looks like this tank is on a one-shot. We're trying to head over there. We're letting him know that we're on our way. I want to keep both of us alive just to make sure we definitely secure the win on this tank. Should be able to come behind him and pick up the kill, but our Tiger 2 does it for us. Picks up the kill, and we don't need to get over there. So that brings us then to the video, and we finish off a really nice game. 8 kills, 7,300 damage with 200 assistance, confirming the Radleys, the ace tanker, and the high caliber there. And that's it for the video. So thank you so much for your support, and as always, happy tanking.
Hadouken!